to Words of Wisdom. Thank you for joining me. I've been away for a week. I haven't sat at my beautiful magic table. I'm feeling it quite bubbly right now, so I feel the magic's come back alive. I'm just going to do our Gaia chimes. Beautiful Gaia chimes. Just to call in, oh yes, our spirit is coming in. Being able to channel for you is such a blessing, and to share with you every day something about my life or something that is meaningful for me that you might need to hear as your guidance. And it's important to understand that we all are part of a wonderful network. I've been away in Paris, as I said, and we had a lovely week away. It was very good, very insightful, some beautiful things that we've seen and done. You know, obviously I love Mickey Mouse, and obviously it's very magical. So I had a very magical feeling and a very magical time, and Spirit gave me a lot of messages on my journey that I really, really appreciate. So I move forward in life with joy and with ease was my sort of feeling all the time while I was in Paris. So it was really special. Today had some sad news for a family friend that has passed on. Obviously my mother, is her best friend, and she's very upset and what, and I sort of went round to comfort her and what have you. But you know, the when somebody passes on, I believe you pass on, your spirit goes on to another dimension or another scenario in the life of your spirit, of your soul. You leave behind an old body, which this lady did, and I feel comfort actually in that more than anything. It is sad for loved ones that remain behind. Of course it is. But when you think about the wonderful memories and the times you had with people, perhaps that's some comfort then, isn't it? That got me sort of thinking about, really appreciating every day. But I had a message. I watch Nordic Light Tarot, and I love her. I actually got her cards, which I'll probably use today. But she was good. She was doing something that resonated with me, and the idea of being here many lifetimes. Over sort of many thousands of lifetimes, coming from all different dimensions. Your soul awakens when it needs to awaken at the right time. And I truly believe that now, as I've been on my spiritual journey over these recent years more diligently. But obviously I've been in a change mode for probably 10 years now. So what is to come will come, and what is meant for you is your lesson. And it's very difficult sometimes as a human being, to accept lessons. It's sort of, it's very easy not to see it as something that could be beneficial, because you don't necessarily know what is round the corner or over that bridge. And it's about having this faith and trust. And I think anybody in a spiritual journey or in a change journey scenario, however you feel or wherever you currently are, it might be at the very beginning stages where you just know you need to change something in your life. It's just about really having the faith and the comfort that comes from having that faith in the next stage, in the next step, in the next hour, in the next day, and just living in the now, living in every moment as with appreciation and gratitude, and finding the true saying of the glass half full rather than the other side. So we talk about balance a lot in our spiritual journey, and yin and yang, we all understand that, and we understand that within us we have masculine and feminine energy that has to be balanced as well. We know about this. We understand what balance means. We see a scale and we know if it's off balance. But when we're on a journey, sometimes we don't recognize being off balance until something comes along that will waken us to, oh, I need to change something, and then balance can be restored. So it's about trusting that process, really. And of course, if you're like me and you listen to readers, I'm an oracle reader or intuitive. I get download channel. I channel as best I can for myself, but for you to share with you. My sole purpose is words of wisdom for you. And if anything that I might say might just resonate, might just restore your balance in some way, that's the aim. I might never know that. You might never tell me, but if anything happens in your life that it becomes something a bit different and what have you, you might put it down to something that you've heard from me or someone else or you'd seen. And that is all that we can do from a spiritual point of view. And that's what the network is all about. So it's a beautiful journey. It's a wonderful way, and I'm feeling very blessed right now sitting back at my table. I did miss my table, and I missed you guys. So thank you for being here. If you watch me and I've come out and you subscribe and it's gone ding ding ding, Debbie's posted something, and well, welcome back, and thank you for listening. Yes, so we did have a couple of beautiful things, and then I went for my walk at lunchtime today, and it was raining, and it's not the loveliest day, but it was fresh and it was beautiful. And I went into my woods, really trying to not get stressed out with the cuts, all the horrible tractor marks on the ground, and the cutting of the bushes and the trees that they've done, and really trying to not let that stress me out too much, the butterfly trees that have been cut and things like that. And all of a sudden, they're flying very low across the pathway was a beautiful kestrel. So it was very low, and often birds, kestrels, are messengers from source, from spirit. So a message might be on its way to me. It's almost here. It's very low. It's not a high one. It's a low. So possibly that. But it also gave me great comfort. So yes, so that was a beautiful message, I thought, from spirit to say, don't worry. You know, and I felt it and I loved it and I noticed it. And sometimes you don't notice things, but when you notice them, It's really important. So that was a lovely little treat this morning, at lunchtime when I went for my little walk. Also on our table today, we've got our Oracle, our Wisdom of the Oracle deck. We have got our Quantum Oracles. We have our energy cards, and we of course have the Inner Temple Oracle, which I want to start with and get our significator sort of card at the top in our frame. I've also been told to get a raise your vibration, so we'll get a vibe definitely. And today's little message, the 24th of January. And now I might give you a date that this reading is being recorded on, but just be aware that you might see this in November, right? It doesn't matter. The point is there may still be something that you need to hear right at this moment that I'm going to say. It might be a card, and I might make a sentence that you go, oh, that has just absolutely resonated with me. I understand that. So really understand that a lot of the time, because it's out there on social media, it might repeat. There might be something you'll start listening, won't mean anything, and you'll come across me in a week's time and it will be meaningful. It happens. Trust me, I do it myself. So we have got, life is meaningful only when you are not content with the status quo. Now, this is why I got my Quantum Oracle, because the status quo card is in this Oracle deck. The status quo, what do we mean? Balance, status quo. Okay, so life is meaningful only when you are not content with status quo. So doing the same. Now, when you get into that balance, often we will then feel ready to do something else, because it's like, what's next? What shall I do? How shall I move forward? What happens? Something comes when we're in that sense of peace and balance and harmony and readiness. Okay, that's what the status quo means. All right, being in that readiness. So then it becomes very meaningful because you're in a state of awareness, you're in a state of readiness. And then it says every day is a new beginning. And this is what I meant, where we are every day thinking, what a beautiful day. I've had such a good day. I do a morning journal and an evening journal. I make sure that I capture all the things that I have seen, done, come across, thought about for my day. And from that, I get the very clear feeling of growth or awareness or change. And I can then really think about it on a continuous basis. But once I've done that, it's done. I'm not necessarily going, last week, Tuesday, I did this. Last week, because that's past. Now tomorrow is another day, and I'll do my beginning and my end. And see? So every day, live in your moment, live in your day. Of course, we have 3D Muggle lives where we have things that are in diaries, and we have moments that we have to attend things or do things. And that's absolutely fine. So you do have to think about future dates and things like that. But if the majority of your time you can be very thankful and grateful and living in your now, you're on to a good thing. That is important. Okay. So lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, beautiful, beautiful energy. Beautiful, beautiful energy. All right. So let us now do the inner temple, our inner temple attunement. I activate and step into my inner temple now, portal of my heart and home of my soul. Through the portal of my heart, I connect with my inner temple. Through each of my body's senses, I connect with my inner temple. Sacred below me, sacred above me, sacred around me, and sacred within me, I activate the wisdom and power that has always been deep within. May these cards deliver clear messages and reflections to me and all who use them for the highest interest of all. I am guided. I am led. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, so we've done our activation. Let's ask the inner temple oracle for some guidance for today. Guidance for us, our significator. What is our guidance? Well, it is a weekend, so perhaps coming week, this weekend, what is our guidance right now? Let's just say, what is our guidance right now, please, my lovely spirit team? So we have got create some space and chamber of manifestation. So yeah, exactly. This is very important right now. We are in a very powerful time for manifestation, for being part of knowing that things are going to change, having that faith and the belief and the trust, like I said, you know, having this idea, creating some space for yourself. I felt that very strongly after being in Paris and busy. I mean, it was just busy on the metros. It's just busy. It's just people and busy and energies. And I was constantly feeling overwhelmed. So it's so lovely when you get back to the opportunity to be able to just create your space for yourself. I'm going to read that for us because it's quite important. So chamber of manifestation, first of all. What dream does your soul have that you'd like to bring to life? And that's what I was saying to you a little bit earlier, your soul purpose. What is your soul calling you to do right now? And like I said, you know, even in when we pass on, our soul goes on to create another life some other way. So it could involve a relationship, a job, a creation, a change in your life. Your vision and action are about to be rewarded, and now or very soon you'll get to enjoy the fruit. So don't put off the celebration and enjoyment of the fruit. Receive and relish it fully. Okay, so allow that energy to come and receive it. Enjoy your creations when they're here and resist rushing on to the next thing. So enjoy the moments. Live for each of the days. Every single day, see that you've had this wonderful growth, the blessings, the messages, the signs. There's no rush. Never any rush. Divine timing is divine timing. So create space in your life to whisper your wildest dreams under the light of the new moon, and do it from a place of being in the joy of the present moment. Enjoy each part of the process of your becoming. For if you don't, by the time your manifestation comes into the form that you find, that you miss the moment completely because of being so consumed by what you want to manifest next. What do you most want to create in your life, and how can you be grateful for your present moment? So create the space to do that. Enjoy your present moment. Enjoy where you are in your life, okay? So that's where we're going today. That is where we're going. Right, let us raise a vibe. Let's see if our vibe today can be along this idea of living in our now, making sure that we create space for us. Right, so it's open to no. Crown chakra, no. The crown chakra, the seventh chakra, is found at the top of the head. In Sanskrit, it's known as Sahasrara. Sahasrara, 1,000-petaled. This is where you can imagine this beautiful lotus flower sitting over here at the crown of your head, all opening up, seeding and blossoming at the same time. So it governs the top of the head, the brain and the hair. On an emotional level, it governs our connection to source, both our beliefs and our experience of what we call God. Traditionally, the colors of the crown are violet and crystal clear, and the element is light, the good that exists in all beings. When the crown chakra is in alignment, we'll have direct access to our intelligence, our wisdom, and our memory. If we're walking the spiritual path, we'll feel a strong sense of connection to the universe and have faith and trust in our higher power. Exactly what I said to you right in the very beginning. So if there's a lack of energy in the center, there's a good chance we'll feel that life is meaningless, or we'll lack a sense of purpose or a reason of being here on the planet. If you want to bring healing and awareness to the chakra, you are guided to have a clear, open and vulnerable conversation with your creator. The crown space helps you move beyond the idea of God, source, the universe, and into the direct experience of that presence. So there we are, very, very clear. And this is what it is. Life is meaningful only when you are not content with the status quo. So that balance we understand as soon as we can open up to receive. We can allow our soul. Oof, that is very strong, very deep energy, beautiful, beautiful energy. So I hope that helped for you. Raise your vibe with your crown chakra. No, the no. And we have got no. So that in itself is a message today from Source saying no, that this is your moment, that this is your day, that this is your hour, that this is your life. Know what it is that you need right now within yourself. You don't need to think about tomorrow. You don't need to go about the past. You just know in your no. And when we're in that no, it's about also accepting the unseen, the unknown, and knowing that the unknown will become the no. So we will get there and we will know when we need to know. It's such a beautiful concept, but it can be make us feel quite crazy, especially when you're used to being in control. And manifestation is exactly about the no, because you thinking about something you want, but then you allow it to happen when your vibration is where it needs to be. And when you're in alignment with that, the unknown becomes the no, and you then are aware of it. It's there. It's in you, within you, or it's for you in that moment. It's tangible evidence. Very deep. I don't know why I'm going into this depth, but anyway, somebody might need to hear it. And if you understand me, good luck. Sometimes I wonder what I say. Anyway, we have got our beautiful oracle deck here. I'm going to ask for the guidance of what it is that we need to know. Let's ask. What do we need to know, please, Source? Please, Spirit, my beautiful guides and Spirit team. Okay, interesting. Okay, one that doesn't want to turn over. We have two. Okay. Okay. Oh, We're taking those. We're taking those. Okay, let's have a little look. We have 3 that haven't turned over. We're going to have a look at them in a moment. But these 2 did come out, and both of them came out jumping on top of Create Space. So, as we're in our chamber of manifestation, we have to create space for ourselves. We have dark thoughts. So consciousness, our conscious, when we have these dark thoughts. And then we have all got event 3, 6, okay, that is milestone, but it's in reverse. So I am going to read these for you before I turn over these other, don't want that one, where is it? These other cards. So let me just grab my book. So number 3, consciousness, being aware, knowing, we're in the know. So our conscious thoughts, our dark thoughts sometimes can be really, difficult for us, can't they? And sometimes when we think about dark thoughts, we get fearful, we get afraid, but it's through those dark thoughts sometimes, through going into them, that we recognize where that light is. So creating that space for yourself to do that, where you can come out the other side, because throughout there's always a light. You can see at the top of the card, we have the light that, sort of is the silver lining of the dark cloud. Okay, there's always a light we will find, and it's number 3 as well, shadows of the mind. So it may be a signal that you could be drawn into questionable activities with unsavory people. Look closely at any new endeavors in your life, and that the people with whom you connect, investigate your choices, turn to your intuition to determine if they truly honor you, and if each endeavor truly resonates with your heart. The most important dark alleys you should be aware of at this time, however, are the twisting patterns of negative thoughts or unhealthy habits winding through your daily life. So here, that's why I was banging on about the journal that I do in the morning and the night, and then I'll put everything that I've done in the day and what have you. And that's really where you can start really seeing, what is my positive? Why, can I see it? Can I see my positive? And the more you do that, the more you recognize it before you get to the end of your day and have to write it down. And suddenly you're there and you're thinking, that glass half full that I mentioned. Worrisome thinking or escapist behavior may be lifelong habits. So it's time for you to take control. Manage your negative thoughts. Create healthier habits. Okay, such as nutritious eating or regular exercise and relaxation. Create space for yourself. Allow yourself to see that. So choose a path of bright thoughts and healthy choices, and leave the dark alleys, both real and imagined, behind. And then we had events, which was the milestone that was in reverse. It could indicate a celebration is delayed, or it could be cancelled altogether. So this may be disappointing you. Remember that although the event hasn't happened as planned, a milestone still exists and should be acknowledged in your heart. So when you have gone through your dark thought, that moment of recognizing, I've gone down that alley again, I've said something negative, I've done something negative, I'm thinking negative about myself or something else, what have you, recognize it as a milestone of, oh my goodness, I've recognized it, because that in itself is a milestone, isn't it? Because you can do something about it the next time, because you will be more aware of it. It could be that you could find yourself looking back at your life and wishing you had done some things differently. It's time to, if so, it's time to start considering the steps you have to take in order to make that life-changing decision. Exactly. This is where we start to make our changes. We are wanting change. We're in a manifesting mode. You definitely are listening to me because you're wanting some help or some guidance or some thought, or maybe, as I said to you right in the very beginning, I might say something that will switch that, flip that switch for you, that you will make a change in your life. So celebrate your eternal truth, create that optimism and the joy that we talked about. And when I started the reading, I said I move forward in life with joy and with ease. And on the back of this, it says every day is a new beginning. Find those moments of belief in that, because you can celebrate your eternal truth and know that this very life is a milestone for your soul. So if you're feeling that call, trust it right now. Trust it. Okay. And then we have got the honoring path in reverse. We have fragmented energy, and we have playing it safe. So somebody here needs to hear this. If you're feeling very much that you're sort of gazing and hoping and wishing things would change, it's because you have this fragmented energy, which is fine, but you've got to deal with it. You've got to honor your path, okay? And once you get into that status of being able to honor yourself, very quickly things change. Your fragmented energy starts to recognize. And it was funny how I talked about us all being joined and the network and all that. It almost feels like this, you know. And so maybe you've now come across me for the first time, and you're listening to this and thinking, absolutely, I do manage to do that. And then I feel unbalanced and I don't quite know which way to go. So you need to be honoring this path. You need to have the faith and the belief in yourself right now. This is where we're at. This is this energy shift. This is this change. I hope that makes sense. So I don't know what your story is, and I'm not going to imagine your story, but I can tell you I've been here, and it takes a while. And actually, even this morning, I had this moment of wobbling, and I felt it very much. And I was speaking to my sister, and she just said, just go through it. Tomorrow you'll feel different. By this evening you'll feel different. Well, by lunchtime I felt different. I shifted the energy away again. You know, as soon as you have a bit of fragmented energy, that balance becomes, you feel it. And so you need to, you know, I'm not playing safe anymore. I'm deciding that out here is something better for me. And if I can really trust and have faith that that will come, the unknown will become the know. I live in my now. I trust in myself. I'm manifesting. I trust in what I'm manifesting. I believe that I'm worthy, and I trust that I'm going to get what I need for everything. And so those dark thoughts can very quickly get recognized, and that in itself is a victory for you. So trust in that, really trust in that. Intention of number 7. Respect and high regard. When this card is reversed, it's a sign of significant self-dismissal. So don't dismiss yourself. Know your worth. It's about getting it back into that conscious control. Take control of fragmented energy. Take control of the balance in your life again. Okay, be aggressive with your radical self-care. Create space for you, who you are. Okay, I choose to prioritize myself. I am a truly valuable person, deserving of my own self-care. Woof, there we are. Very good vibe, very good. Let's go with our energy cards right now, because this is a very strong energetic energy reading right now. I can feel it. And somebody needs to hear this, and even me. I had this morning, and I knew I needed to get myself back in balance. I needed to get back in my magic table. I did a TikTok reading, and very similar energy came out. Appreciation for who you are, and let others appreciate you. Let them appreciate you for supporting them, but just make sure that you set your boundaries. Don't let somebody else take control of that for you. All right, so some beautiful energy cards here. Let's have a look. Daughter value. Okay, how much do you value yourself? You can open this door. You value yourself. Spirit value you. Do you value yourself? Trust in that. Again, we have this garden and the gate. Look at this. So somebody really needs to remember you've got the key available to you to unlock that gate. You're being guided, you're being called. Look at the fireworks over here, look at the light. Okay, so if you have come across this reading and you've been thinking for a while, I need to make a change, this is your sign right now. And I have, oh, what was that? Was one of my runes. I just wanted to see. Yes, that is what is coming. Oh my goodness, my runes. Sorry, my runes are falling all over the floor. Okay, so let this be your sign. Let this be your sign. Look here, there's your bridge. There's all the guidance that came out this morning in the reading. And the energy is still very much that. I'm obviously channeling that at the minute, and somebody might need to hear this. So value yourself. Really value yourself. We've got, there it is again, appreciation. That came out this morning, and I did shuffle these cards. So appreciate who you are. Appreciate the value that you bring to yourself, to others, to your life. The gratitude, having gratitude. So at the end of the day, journal is all about, I really recognize all of that. I'm so grateful for it. I have blessings every moment in my life. Trust in that. We also have cornucopia. And cornucopia is all about abundance. And it's a number 11 card, which is protection. But it is in reverse. So I'm going to read that for us. And we've also got, there we are, Metatron. 6th chakra. It's our third eye. Third eye. I was going to do crown chakras. No, third eye, Metatron. Archangel Metatron is very powerful. And this is the guidance we are getting, the unknown, because we can't see it, but we have it in our third eye. It's that knowing within, that understanding that spirit is guiding this for you. It is this energetic connection that you might be feeling within yourself right now. So he will help you with fragmented energy. So trust in this. Believe in what you know. Trust in your feeling, in your gut. Intuition is very powerful, very strong. Okay, I'm just going to go with number 11. Cornucopia is wishes fulfilled, but it is in reverse. And it's funny how it on the honoring path was in reverse as well. So you may find yourself feeling a little bit discouraged because certain wishes haven't come true. Could be, I mean, I've been manifesting for ages, this person to come into my life, and no one ever comes in. Well, that's what you're telling the universe. That's not a manifestation. So your wishes will come true once you allow spirit to guide you to where it needs to be. When you're in a vibe of a high alignment, our crown chakra, Metatron, our intuition, will guide you. Don't be surprised or disheartened if obstacles are blocking you. So have you got that? You're wearing the key. You are the key. You can change this. You can open this gate. You've got the key. The key's around your neck here. So you can really, but you've got to appreciate your now. You can't worry about what's not there yet. You are on your journey. And whatever you have got to learn, you will learn, and then you'll go forward. It may simply take some patience and persistent action, or it may require a radical shift in how you're approaching your goals. So how can you shift what you're doing? If you've been manifesting something, it hasn't worked, well, it needs to shift, because it's never going to come, is it? Makes sense. So change something. It indicates a cycle of restriction or a period of lack. Don't let this deter you, but use your time to go deeper. Create some space is all about creating time to understand this, to get into this area of what it is that I need to change, how I'm thinking, what I'm doing, how I'm turning up for me. There may be a lesson to learn or an entirely new direction to take. Be open, flexible, and aware. Remember that there are many roads to happiness. You see? So you may think of only one road, but Spirit have 100 other options for you, and they could be even better. Can you trust that? Can you believe that? Because it's taken me a long time, even up to today. It takes me a moment. I still have a thought process that suddenly takes me backwards. I have to pull myself forward because I need to honor my path. Honor your path. Honor who you are. Honor how far you've come. Honor your gifts. Honor the person that you are. Have value. See your value. And other people will see it too, once you feel like that. I'm sorry, this has become quite a deep lesson. Okay, let's have a little look at our Wisdom of the Oracle. I love these cards, Wisdom of the Oracle. We'll just get a couple of these just to confirm our guidance for today, please. What do we need to know? What do we need to know? I think only one card's going to come out by the looks of it. Sometimes I'll just give us one card to... Oh, we have another one. Oh, we have another one. There was... Isn't that funny? I didn't even see these three. They just turned straight over. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so we have got Truth Be Told. Truth be told, it is in reverse, so I will read that. Truth be told, number 14. Again, look, the window is open, the door is open. There's love hearts all around, love all around. And this is an owl which depicts wisdom. So truth be told, orphaned. Okay, you might still feel, maybe that's where your dark thoughts might go, the fragmented energy. You know, you've got to control that. And it's a number 5. And 5 is all about transformation. So it's very clear that you are going through a transformation. I also want to show you this owl is standing on a mask. When we have to lower our masks and open up our hearts and be honest and truthful about who we are, that can be really difficult at times to do so. That was in reverse. And it's a 14, which adds 1 and 4 is 5. So that's 5, 5. Transformation. We've also got a message in the bottle. So remember I said to you right in the very beginning, I saw that bird coming right in front, low. So as if there's a message that's on its way. It's taking its time. It's floating along quietly there, bobbing along. There's a message that that spirit is going to be giving you. When you're ready to receive it, that bottle, that message will arrive. And we've got a treasure island. And look at all that abundance, but it's on a turtle, going along slowly. And it's a lot of water here. And water is about emotion. So it's a very emotional scenario. So it's something to do with your heart that you need to be aware of in terms of this change, possibly. Maybe it's something that you've held on to for a long time and you need to let it go and let it clear. Here and now. Here and now. We've talked about that already, but it is in reverse. So we're gonna look at that as well. And then finally we have Unfinished Symphony, also in reverse. So let me give you all the detail. So truth be told, number 14, I open straight to it. Honesty, accepting things at face value, coming out of denial, the willingness to be transparent, clarity of communication. So that's interesting. So where are you being dishonest with yourself or with others? Fragmented energy, dark thoughts. Where is it that you're not honoring who you are, or that you're not seeing the value of who you are by being deceitful to yourself or to other people? So if you're unhappy in an area of your life, look for signs of denial. This can also pertain to others being misleading or withholding or acting from hidden agendas. Now is the time to say no to dishonesty in all forms. Ask for the truth. Even if you don't like what you hear, acknowledging it will be key to a beautiful new future. The key around your neck, acknowledging this, accepting it for what it is. Sometimes it really hurts, but you've just got to let that happen. Set yourself free. Nothing less than truth is required now. So let yourself be free. Open that gate. Open the gate. Open it. You are longing to change. It's now time. Really. The next one is message in a bottle, number 15. Communication. So truth be told, it's about communicating with yourself, to be open and honest with yourself. Okay. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you will receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. Wait, listen. They may come to you as a bird flying by. Expect confirmation. It could be a logo on a truck or a song on a radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might say just the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today is your message. Spirit hears you, and the reply is favorable. Beautiful. Okay, so Spirit hears you, and the reply is favorable. Right? Every day is a new beginning. So today is favorable. When I wanted help this morning, I got it. There was my bird. Everything's fine. I'm getting the message today, sharing this with you. Everything is fine. So when we think about orphan, number 5, a sense of loss, an identity crisis, recognizing you don't fit in, the need to belong, uncertainty about your place. So if you have this wobble, if you're feeling a bit unbalanced, this fragmented energy is this orphaned card. Address the need for belonging and know that you will find your place with others of like mind and spirit. It's okay to let go of pressure to fit in. Not everyone will understand you. It's time to move on. Beautiful. And then we have number 9, our beautiful Treasure Island. The law of attraction brings dreams into fruition. So chamber of manifestation, and this is what is happening right now. Can you trust that it will come when you're ready to receive it? Like I said to you, aligning, then you receive it. You've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tap the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot. Trust your intuition. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase. Intuition, Archangel Metatron, is here to show you the way. He is here guiding you. Most beautiful reading this is. Beautiful. Don't forget to enjoy and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. So I'm sharing this with you guys. I want you to know that it's okay to have that doubt, to have that moment, just like I did today. And look what we get as guidance from my spirit team right now. And I'm sharing that with you. So I'm hoping that whoever needs to hear this today, just like I do, will find a new light, will find a new path, will find a new way, will find that courage and bravery to make a change, will recognize their value. That's all I ask. So, beautiful. Okay, here and now, number 32. 32 is 5, so 5, 5, 5 on the table. 32. Being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. Exactly what I said to you. And this is in reverse. So somebody here needs to recognize you don't need to worry about that future. What is meant for you will find you. You need to be able to live right now in this joy and this happiness. When you find your mind drifting into the past, wondering if things could have or should have been better, or whenever you find yourself longing for the good old days, you leak your power. The same is true of looking too far ahead and hoping the future will provide you with certainty. Driven by ambition, you might wander too long in a place with no substance and forget that you are here today. The past and future are illusions. Whenever you leave the present moment, you're disconnecting from your inherent power to manifest your reality with true substance. Neither past nor future can give you what you need. Now is all that counts. Come back from those entities and be here now. All will be well and miracles will appear as if by magic in the perfect timing of spirit. And it is so true. For me, I had that beautiful bird. Miracle. I saw a sign when I was in Paris that really touched me. Miracle. And it upset me a bit that I had to work it out today, but it downloaded to, this is what it is, Deb. And I was like, miracle. Sitting here with you and my beautiful magic table, miracle. So really trust in how you're feeling. Trust in what you are being guided. Trust in what you're hearing right now. I really want you to understand that it's going to be your moment, but you just have to live in this now. This is your moment right now, here and now. That is the beauty of this. Wow. Fantastic. I think what I'm going to ask now is for our dream cards for our final message, because I love these final messages. Let's get them. Let's get them. Final message, please, Spirit, for my lovely collective that are listening. Who or what has made you believe that for some reason or another, you don't have what it takes to follow your dream? Find your value. Trust and appreciate how far you've come, who you are, where you are, every moment. A new beginning every day, okay? Trust that you are being heavily guided. Archangel Metatron is a powerful archangel, and he is guiding you, okay? You can take the mask off. You can be who you are. Right now, I'm being very woo-woo with a lot of you out there, but there we are. If this is not meant for you, you're not meant to hear it. If you're hearing this, you're meant to. So trust in this beauty of this message that we're getting right now. Create space for yourself. You are manifesting, you're changing, you're becoming. And that is the beauty of this. So I hope you enjoyed it. I'm so thankful you were here, and thank you for allowing me to do this reading for you. And I hope that in some way it's helped you to get up and go and find your fireworks. Don't need to watch them from afar. You can be part of something new. Create it for yourself. And I appreciate that. So if you've liked this, give me a like. If you want to make a comment, please do. Love to hear from you. And I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye.